Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap. So today we are going to have with us very talented, very hardworking Swagat Panda. And I would say he's extraordinary student of our, and now obviously he's not a student, now he's a SEBI grade officer. And let me give you some brief introduction about the Swagat Panda. In 10th class, he got NTSC scholarship in which his education till PhD would have been financed by the government itself. In the 10th class itself, he got this NTSC scholarship. Then in the 11th class, he got selected in KVPI, that is Kishore Vigyanik Prosahan Yojana. Then he also cracked IIT JEE mains and he completed his graduation from the NIT Rourkela, right? So now we are going to move ahead with the interview part, success story part. Now it's your turn, Swagat. Just tell us about your educational background, academic background, or about your achievements, so that each and every student seeing you gets inspired from you. And I want to tell, first of all, everyone that is watching this interview, you are going to learn a lot from this Swagat because he's very hardworking, very talented. So आखिरी तक आपको हर स्ट्रैटेजी, हर एक चीज ध्यान से सुननी है और इम्प्लीमेंट भी करनी है। ठीक है स्वागत, चलिए अब आप बता सकते हैं अपनी एकेडमिक बैकग्राउंड और एजुकेशन बैकग्राउंड के बारे में।
Thank you for a kind introduction, sir. It was very humbling. Sir, as you said, I completed my education in 10th and 12th from Bhubaneswar itself. And then I went for graduation in NIT Rourkela in Electronics and Communication Engineering. Thereafter, I was studying, preparing for UPSC, in which I gave 2 attempts. And thereafter, I started focusing on regulatory body examinations. So SEBI was the first exam that I tried, and fortunately, I was able to crack it. So I'm very happy about it.
Okay, so this was the first attempt in which you cracked this examination, and that's really good. Okay, and you also tell us about something about your source of preparation. What was the primary source of your preparation? We are getting into the preparation journey now.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I started preparing for regulatory body examinations in December 2023, and we were expecting SEBI examination to be conducted in the first half of this year in
Yeah.
2024, but it was delayed due to elections. But anyway, so I started with the RBI plus NABARD plus SEBI course of your institute. So
Okay,
from
so
there,
combo course you have
yes, sir.
purchased from the
Yes,
EduTap
sir.
only. Okay, that's
Yes, sir.
good. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. So I focused on one examination, SEBI, because I was quite interested in the stock markets, and it was also the first exam that was going to be conducted, and I
Yes.
just wanted to try my hand in this. So yeah, so I started preparing for it, and I started watching the recorded video lectures of Anchit sir on
Okay.
various topics, and there
Okay.
was also videos from Kritika ma'am and Jarat sir. So
Yeah, yeah.
it was great, and I was any time I had a doubt or any query, I could easily, just mention it in the video in the comments, and they would respond. Their mentors would respond in the next day, so it was quite easy to
Okay.
get my doubts resolved.
And you also attended some live classes as well? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
During
okay.
phase 2 examinations, I attended the live classes of EduTap during phase
Okay.
2.
Okay.
So yes, sir, there was crisp revision and all those classes, and
Okay.
even the marathon sessions. Yes,
Okay. Marathon sessions of YouTube also you have attended.
YouTube
Okay.
also. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. Okay. Swagat, how much time did you devoted in the overall preparation from the December 2023 only, or before that you have got any background of this, these components like commerce and accountancy, costing, finance and management?
Yes. So basically, sir, in June 2023, I gave my last attempt in UPSC, and thereafter there was another exam being conducted by UPSC, which was EPFO,
EPFO.
Enforcement Officer and Accounts
Yeah, yeah.
Officer. So
Mhm.
for that, I had prepared the accounting part a bit. So basics of accounting and all those was part of the syllabus. So I started from this background. And in December, I started reading about commerce and accountancy because it was the largest subject and most important for SEBI preparation. So because and also I had some prior knowledge, so it was easy for me to grasp the concepts. And uh, I continued preparing from commerce and accountancy. Then I shifted to finance and management, and finance was a very interesting field because I myself was investing in stock markets through mutual
Okay.
funds, and
Mhm.
I used to follow the financial news very closely. And then
Okay.
I started preparing for economics, which was another important topic in UPSC. So I had some head start. So I
Okay.
just read the extra parts in SEBI
Okay.
syllabus.
So
Yes,
you
sir.
had this some of the background of the subjects from the
Yes,
other
sir.
examination as well, such as
Yes, sir.
UPSC, EOAO, right? And also
EPFO. Yes, sir.
in the pre-examination of UPSC, EOAO, you got qualified. Yes. And from the
Yes, sir.
main and what was about the result of the mains examination and the interview?
Yes, sir. So, sir, EPFO UO was the two-stage examination. So
Yeah.
the first is recruitment test and second is interview. The interviews were conducted this year in November, and I qualified that also, and I've been selected at 89. So,
Okay, so congratulations,
yes.
congratulations for that
Thank
as well. But
you. Thank you, sir.
what you are going to choose? Okay, you are selected in the UPSC, EPFO, EO, or AO, and
Yes,
SEBI
sir.
grade officer. And so, what you are going to choose now?
Sir, I am definitely going to join SEBI because
Okay,
it's a field of interest, and yes, sir, it's a regulatory body, and I love the
okay,
work profile.
that's good. That's good. That's great, actually. Okay, so which attempt was this for you? I guess it is first attempt. You said you
First
started the
attempt.
preparation in December 2023 only. Okay, that's
Yes, sir.
really great. Okay. Okay. So, Swagat, what was the motivation throughout this preparation journey for you?
Sir, to be honest, this regulatory body examinations are a very it is not known very commonly among people, and it's a great I believe job profile. And even I was not aware about SEBI, but I was interested in the stock market and capital market, so it was a great learning for me that even SEBI was recruiting, and it was a great opportunity for me to join SEBI. Also, I believe the examination pattern of SEBI is something which I preferred over other examination patterns because it's mostly focused on the the subject matter. The subject matter is very huge, but we could specialize in this subject and we could build a career out of it. But in case of RBA and other examinations, there are much focus on current affairs. Although I
Exactly.
like studying it, but it's sometimes very unpredictable, or we might have to remember a lot of things, which is not my strong
एग्जैक्टली
suit. Yes, sir.
तो कुछ जो एस्पिरेंट है वो आपसे ये चीज सीख सकते हैं कि अगर वो भी मतलब उनको भी मगअप करने में चीजें प्रॉब्लम होती हैं एंड दे वांट
Yes,
टू गेट इनटू द रेगुलेटरी बॉडी स्पेस सो सेबी इज काइंड ऑफ अ प्रिफर्ड चॉइस फॉर देम बिकॉज सेबी हैज दिस 6 subjects primarily which is not about the mugging up, it is about the
yes, sir.
understanding part, right? And there is
Definitely.
very less weightage of current affairs as well,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay.
Very less.
So, Swagat, there are a lot of subjects in paper two, as we have just talked about it. There are 6 subjects. So,
Yes, sir.
according to you, is the syllabus huge or is it manageable?
Sir, I believe the syllabus is very vast, but yes, it is very much doable. Because if we go on understanding the concepts, it will be very easy, and we could break down the syllabus into smaller parts. And it just requires one thorough understanding. And if we could revise just once or twice through short notes or quick notes, so we can definitely crack this examination.
Okay. So, as you said earlier, ki, after the phase two, you attended the live classes of R, right?
Yes, sir.
So, uh, were we able to make you revise, or you can say, were we able to provide you enough material in the crisp manner so that you can revise it quickly
Yes, sir. I would definitely say so because I used to, attend the classes and they were so much regular. Used to happen morning and evening,
in the
and
morning and
in the
evening? Yes.
meantime also we had time. So there I used to revise the concepts that I had already learned or the notes that I made, and it was a comprehensive, coverage within this 1 month. And it is very difficult to achieve because the huge syllabus. It's very difficult to revise just within 1 month. But it was a
Okay.
great help from your side, sir, because
Uh,
it was structured and. The time management was not an issue for this.
okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So, according to you, Swagat, what is the most scoring and easy section or subjects, I would say, in the paper two in the SEBI examination?
Sir, I believe the company law and management subjects are very much easy, and we
Hmm.
could easily score in them. Although company law is a bit theoretical and we need to remember a lot of facts, but yes, it is very scoring. And for management also, I believe it's very understanding based. We could relate with our examples, and it's very easy to score in. It's
Okay.
definitely a great. Yes.
Okay. Or what, according to you, is the most difficult part?
Sir, I would definitely say commerce and accountancy
Commerce and
because it's
accounts.
very huge, and
Yeah.
even costing was a bit difficult because I just read about it in the phase two. I skipped it in the phase one because lack
And
of
still you
time.
made it. That's a very
Yes,
great
sir.
thing. After
Thank
the phase two, you attended the live class of costing,
you.
and before that,
Yes,
you skipped the whole subject. But I would not suggest
yes,
this
sir.
thing to the
Yes, sir.
aspirants because
Yes,
see,
sir.
you had the background. You have in the phase one, obviously it is qualifying in nature. You have the other
Yes,
subjects
sir.
ready. So you attended the live classes after the phase two. That's why you made it, right? But
Yes,
I
sir.
would not suggest this thing.
Yes,
Or
sir.
you are going to say this to the
No,
aspirants,
no.
ki skip one subject.
S-
No, it's not a
No,
yeah,
no, it's not a optimized strategy. Even
yeah,
for
yeah,
my case, sir, there was the EPFO interview was every time lingering. There was news that it was going to happen soon. So
yeah.
juggling between the examinations between SEBI, EPFO, and IFSCA, so it was very difficult. So that's why I couldn't focus much on this part, on costing
Okay,
part.
but after the phase two,
Yes,
you were
I
free and
was.
you have given your best in all the
Yes, sir,
subjects.
I
That's
was
that's really great. Okay,
definitely. Yes, sir.
okay. So, uh, how the paper two preparation is different for the phase one and phase two? Is it different or not? What would you
Uh,
suggest?
Yes, sir. I believe paper to preparation is quite different for phase one and phase two. For phase one, we could, just need to have very basic understanding and its qualifying nature. So it's very easy to, to score and qualify for phase two. But for
Mm,
phase two is the real challenge, and it's the most difficult part of this examination. I have seen so many, talented students who didn't clear because of
okay,
very small margins. So yes, sir. It's quite difficult, phase two. And even
and
this year,
mm,
there was, yes, sir. Even this year, the pattern was changed. So we were
mm,
not aware about,
exactly.
yes, a number of questions and all. So it was challenging.
So how do you suggest the planning the preparation? Whether all the subjects shall be studied in the parallel, or should the students are going to prepare it in the sequential manner? And if you suggest the sequential manner, what was your order?
Yes, sir. Sir, I believe sequential preparation is something that we can go for because, and it for me also it was suitable because I was not able to, study multiple subjects in a single day. I have very single-minded focus, so I followed this pattern, and I started with commerce accountancy. Thereafter, I shifted to finance and management because finance was a much interesting topic for me. Thereafter, I shifted to economics, which I had a bit of head start. Then I studied company law before the phase one because company law is a very scoring subject and it's very simple, but we do have to remember a lot of facts. So we need to, arrange it, study it near the examination so that we don't forget the facts. And during phase two, I studied costing completely. And yes, sir. So, and but the thing is, we can read all the subjects, but we need to revise nearer to the exams one or twice because
Mm,
there are some facts which are very crucial. So we may tend to forget them.
okay. So as you said, ki you have studied all the subjects in sequential manner, right?
Yes, sir.
And plus you also said ki the costing part you took after the phase two. But
Yes,
I
sir.
would ask you a question about commerce and accountancy and costing as well, because the
Yes, sir.
numericals are a good part of numerical is going to be asked in the examination from the commerce and accounts and from the costing, right? So
Definitely.
what was your strategy to prepare for the numericals, and to
Yes, sir.
what detail the aspirant should be studying these numericals as per you, and what you have
Yes, sir.
done in the preparation?
Yes, sir. Sir, if we look at the previous year paper in 2022, there were a lot of numericals and it was very unexpected. Even
Yeah.
for this year, as the timing was increased, we didn't know about the number of questions. It was very much expected that the level of questions would be increased, and definitely numericals are the way to go about it. So we definitely need to focus on numericals. And I would say to tackle numericals, it's not that hard. We just need to understand the concepts very clearly. And I remember practicing with Ansit sir, the recorded videos. There were questions. He would say, just pause the video and try to solve yourself. So just we need to solve once so that we gain the understanding about the questions. So any other questions, if some other data is given and any other questions is asked, we could rewrite the formula from the basic formula and we could easily solve. So it just requires a bit of time, a bit of patience, and a bit of practice.
Okay, that's really wonderful. Okay. And about the company law, if I ask you, what strategy did you follow to remember the section numbers? Because there were section numbers in the
Yes,
examination, plus
definitely.
some days and all, like factual things. So how did you
Yes, sir.
go about that?
Yes, sir. So company laws, we need to have a very much different strategy than other subjects because it's very much based on facts. So basically, it's that if we analyze the previous year papers, we could figure out that there are certain chapters which are very much important and from which SEBI definitely asks questions, such as
Yes.
chapter 3, chapter 4.
Mm.
Chapter 10 is about auditors. So all these are very much important chapters. So for that, we need to study the certain important parts. And if we could represent in a pictograph or through a diagram, it would be much easier to remember. For instance, I remember studying about the dividend distribution policy from your notes that you had
Yeah.
given the
Okay. That
through
PPT part, that picture.
a line. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of a photographic memory, so you could easily remember
Exactly.
about
Huh.
that.
So
Yes, sir.
that
And
also a student should note from you. Ki if
yes,
you
sir.
try to remember these factual data in the form of pictures, in the form of
Pictures,
graphs, so it will
graphs.
be
Yes,
more helpful for you to remember it for the longer period of time. Exactly. Right?
yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
That's cool. So for the company law we have discussed. Okay. Now let's talk about the economics in detail. So economic is tough. Few aspirants find economics tough. So how did you handle that economics subject? And
Yes, sir.
how much depth the students need to study in the economics subject? Can you tell us about that?
Yes, sir. So as I had mentioned, I had certain small head start in case of economics. So every time I used to study economics, I knew I had to focus on the basics part, and even for GDP calculation, GVA calculation, all those were very important part, and we need to have a thorough understanding from there. Even for my interview, there were a question from economics. They asked me about Gini
Okay.
coefficient. Yes, sir. So
Okay.
it's kind of interrelated. So we need
Okay.
to focus on this basic part, and from there we could then advance to the advanced concepts such as ISLM curve, which is a
I
new,
understand.
and even the
Hmm.
market structures, the perfect competition, oligopoly, monopolistic competition, all those parts were something new, and it requires certain time to understand them and attempt
Okay.
questions. Yes.
Okay. And what is the importance of a revision? How to manage the revision? Do you suggest making handwritten notes or do you suggest something else? What, according to you, is the best way to go for the revision?
Sir, I believe the limited time that we get after phase one and phase two, it's just about 1 month, 30 days or 35
Yes.
days, something around
Mm.
that. So it's very crucial that we divide our time and revise the whole subject within this part because phase two is your, litmus test. If you are in, then you are in. So
Yes.
we need to, manage the time very efficiently. And in my case, I used to prepare the online notes from the recorded video lectures.
Okay.
So but sir, during phase two preparation, even you gave us scripts notes of
Yeah.
each of the
Yeah.
chapters. So it was
Yes.
very quick to, revise from 5 minutes.
Um,
Within 5-10 minutes, we could revise easily. So
yeah.
I just added some of my previous notes, the points, extra points that were there in this crisp notes. So, and yes, I went about it. So it was very
Okay.
easy to revise the whole syllabus.
So revision is must, and aspirants who want to qualify for any examination, in fact, they
Yes,
have
sir.
to revise. They have to
They
revise
have to.
multiple times, and they have to have their notes with them, whether it is digitally made or whether it is being
And
given
no,
to them
yes, sir.
by someone else or they have made them on their own. But it is must to have the revision notes, right?
Definitely, sir.
Okay. So now, uh, you have also given the mock test and sectional test, isn't it? So how did they help
Yes,
you?
sir. Yes, sir. So, sir, in the EduTap course, for each of the chapters, the video lectures are followed by quizzes to
Yes.
have a great understanding. So, as I studied from the video lectures, then I made certain notes, and within after 5 to 7 days, I used to attempt the quizzes. So, it was kind of reinforced. The concepts which I may have forgotten were reinforced in my mind, so I could
Yes.
easily remember. And during the final phase two and phase one examinations, I attended certain mock tests. I couldn't complete all of them, but yeah. So because if we attend that, we could get an idea about our speed and how much time we should,
Exactly. Hmm.
provide for each questions and how in which order we should, attend the question. So it's
So they
very
are a
important, sir.
very important part of the overall preparation, the sectional test as well, and
Definitely.
as well as the overall mock test as well.
Overall mock
Okay,
test.
that played
Yes,
a
sir.
very huge role in your success. Okay, let's talk about descriptive English.
Yes,
And
sir.
first of all, just let me know ki what was your sequence of attempting essay,
Yes, sir.
précis, and reading comprehension, or did you just do this in your own sequence?
Yes,
What
sir.
was your strategy?
Sir, before examinations, I saw one of the videos by Anshit sir. He said
Okay.
that we could, I'd start attempting from reading comprehension, then proceed,
Okay.
then essay. So I followed
Okay.
that strategy. So
Okay. So first
initially,
reading
sir,
comprehension, then Prezi, and then you got
then
to the essay part.
essay, essay part,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay.
So because I was very much confident in English part, so I
Hmm.
believe that I could have written very easily. But time management was something that I was very much scared in the real examination because
Okay.
completing the reading comprehension took a lot of time. So I didn't have much time for Presi as well as essay. So I had to rush through it. But yes, I
Okay.
did ensure that after writing the whole, I
Hmm.
gave it another reading and I could, find the grammatical mistakes or certain smaller mistakes that may have crept in while typing. So
Okay. So you
I
have
was
got the
able to,
time to revise it as well, to check
yes,
for the
sir.
grammatical errors. That's wonderful. Okay.
So,
Your speed, I think your typing speed is also good.
yes, sir. So
Okay.
basically
So,
from engineering background,
so
we had experience.
everything you have got, you are so talented, right? I can see from my notes. You have qualified so many things. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about the interface, Swagat, because I have heard from many friends ki interface of descriptive English is not so much friendly. So what
Yes,
was
sir.
your experience?
Yes, sir. It's definitely challenging. I would say the interface is, something we need to get acquainted before the examination. I saw this interface in one of the mock tests, so I was
Okay.
quite surprised at the first time. But yeah, during the examinations, we need to very carefully read the instructions. And even when we are typing the essay or the pressy or the reading comprehension answers, the whole answer is not visible to us. We need to scroll and we have to, even the correcting part is very difficult and very time taking. So yes, so if we could, increase our accuracy while typing, and then it will be great. Because not making the mistakes in the first place would save you a lot of time, and you could improve your answers, the quality of your answers that you are writing.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Let's go to the interview part. So,
Yes.
what was your experience of interview? If I talk about was it cordial or tense?
Sir, I was the first one to go in after the lunch
Okay.
session, so it was a very long interview for me, like
Okay.
40 to 50
So
minutes, sir. Yes, sir.
40 to 50 minutes you were in the
Yes, sir.
interview. It was the longest time I have ever heard in an
Yes, sir.
interview, seriously, for the SEBI.
Yes, sir.
That was huge. Okay, so did they ask you about everything? You talked about your all the achievements such as this scholarship NTSC and this KVPY and this NIT Rourkela, and you also talked about this EPFO, UPSC EPFO you have cracked. You talked about that
Yes,
as
sir.
well. Okay.
No, sir. I
Hmm.
didn't, mention about the PFO examinations. There's a
Okay.
concept that we need to show the about the Johari's window that we learn in RBI while studying for RBI. So we need to show the best parts about ourselves and not everything that
No, no,
we
I
need
am
to.
talking
Yeah.
about not about. I am not talking about the UPSC preparation. I am talking about the UPSC EPFO that you cracked. Did you talk
Yes,
about
sir.
that?
No, sir, because it was going on parallelly and the results were not
Okay.
declared for both of them. So
Okay.
it would have been a very tricky position
Tricky
to
version.
justify why you
हाँ,
are going over to SEBI over
ex-
EPFO. So
एग्जैक्टली
yes,
तो
sir.
ये आपसे बाकी एस्पिरेंट सीख सकते हैं कि क्या चीज बोल जरूरी नहीं कि सब चीजें बोलनी है इट
Yes,
इज
sir.
नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट कि टू टेल एवरीथिंग
Yes,
टू द
sir.
पैनल मेंबर्स
So
समथिंग
if they
समथिंग यू
ask,
हैव टू हाइड
yes, sir.
या
So
इफ
we
दे
don't need
आस्क
to lie. We don't need to lie, but we don't also need to mention everything.
एवरीथिंग राइट
They
ओके
are here to, judge our personality. So we should focus on that part more,
ओके दैट्स
I
गुड दैट्स
believe.
ग्रेट ओके एंड
Yes.
हाउ मेनी मेंबर्स वर देयर इन द पैनल
So there were five members. The
ओके
same
एंड
board was, yes, sir.
ओके एंड व्हाट वाज द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन दे आस्क्ड अबाउट यू
So they asked me to sit down and they started telling me, so which are the exams are you giving? RBI, IITI, they started just from there. And
ओके
then they started, they told me that introduce your family. So it was
ओके
quite, unexpected start to
Okay,
my
so
interview.
it was a kind of a, I would say, cordial or friendly interview,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay. And
Friendly, yes, sir.
did they ask you about the current affairs as well? Because you are afraid of current affairs, as you said.
Yes, sir.
That's why you chose the SEBI.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir,
did they ask you
definitely.
about the current
Yes, sir.
affairs?
They were
Okay.
quite thorough about that.
Okay.
One of the board members was a man, so my interview was on 9th December, and the MPC meeting was concluded on 6th December. So, and in between
Okay.
there was a weekend. So they
Okay.
started me asking about this, what were the important decisions that were taken in this MPC meeting, and even I said two of them, and then she started giving me hints about there was also a third change. about the increasing the interest rate in FCNR accounts. So why is it important? Why is
Okay.
dollar being strong against other currencies? So all these parts. So
So
there were
not
related questions.
okay. So not only the
Yes,
current affairs part, the logic behind that
definitely,
news,
sir. Yes, sir.
the
That's
analysis of that
much
news
important.
is also being asked. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's good. And did they ask something about the SEBI organization as well?
Yes, sir. Definitely. They were quite thorough with my interview. So they asked me about SEBI. What do we do at SEBI? What were the regulations, important regulations, if you could mention? I told about insider regulations. So they started asking me about what would be a price sensitive information. They even gave me a case study that if there's a fire in a
Okay.
factory in one of the units, so would it be a very sensitive information? Will it come under this ambit? If someone trades on this basis of this information, will it be?
Okay. So
Yeah.
it was a kind
So
of
even
technical interview.
yes, sir. So, and
Uh,
even they asked me, it was a very, thought-provoking question that we have brokers through which we access the stock market and we trade on the stock exchanges.
mm,
Can we, leave the brokers from the stock market and
okay.
directly, trade on the stock exchange, allow individuals to trade on the stock exchanges? What is your view and what's the issues if we can do that? So all that. So
More of a analytical in nature it is. Right.
definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
And how did you prepare for this knowledge about SEBI departments? How did you prepare for that? These questions, SEBI type of questions.
Yes, sir. So for preparing for SEBI, the best, your best friend is the website. From there,
Okay.
you can learn much about it. Even the annual report, we used to just glance over it. We didn't go very deep detail about into it. But yes, and even the regulations, certain regulations that in the EduTap interview course, there are certain regulations, SCR regulations, insider
Yeah, yeah.
trading, mutual funds. So
Mm.
all those are very much important. So you just need to learn
Okay.
about that. Just a basic
Okay.
idea. Yes, sir.
So these interview videos that we have provided, are they useful? That's
Yes,
what
sir.
you're saying.
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely. So even
And what did you
sir.
like the most about them? If I ask
Sir,
you about that. Hmm.
yes, sir. So they were, sir, very comprehensive from starting to end, how to enter, how to exit, even what to tell in the interview. So the content was very much useful, even for the EPFO interview, which I had on 22nd November. I
Okay.
used much of it. And this, I thought that this EPS interview was going to be a mock interview for my SEBI interview, which was scheduled later in December
Okay.
9th.
So
Yes, sir.
you
So
used your CPSC interview as the mock interview. Okay.
yes, sir.
That's
So that kind of
okay.
gave me a confidence, sir, because UPSC interview is something very difficult, and
Very
if I
different.
could do well there, so it's fine for SEBI. And
Okay.
that's one quick anecdote I would like to share, sir, because in those interview preparation videos, Ansit sir focused that you need to stand out from other candidates. That's how they
Okay.
will remember, and you could get a higher score. So in that, he said that it's a very small thing that when you exit the interview, just tell them, sir, I had a great learning experience, and it was a great opportunity to talk to you all. So it was just a small statement, but when I said that in the interview, they were quite impressed. The chairman was like,
Okay.
"Oh, very nice, thank you."
Okay, you
It was
said
great.
that.
Yes,
While
sir. I
exiting, you
even
said
told that.
that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So,
I will
so
share
yes,
this.
sir.
I will share this with Anchit, sir. Okay.
Certainly, sir.
Okay. That's really great. Okay. And you also gave the mock interview with us, right? Apart
Yes,
from
sir.
the videos.
Yes, sir.
And did it help you?
Yes, sir. Definitely, it helped me. So, sir, there was in the mock interview there were ex-CGM RBI and one member from ex-CGM SBI. So both
Okay.
of them were very much experienced persons, and they definitely asked me, much analytical questions. So I was kind of prepared for this actual interview. One of the panel members asked me, "What is the difference between passion, obsession?" Because I was always saying that finance is something a passion for me, and I was much interested in economics. So he told me what is passion, what is obsession, how do you
Okay.
differentiate between them. So yes, sir, it was quite good
Okay.
experience. Yes, sir.
Okay. That's really great. And during this preparation journey, did you got time to pursue your hobbies, etc., and all or not?
So for me, it was very much rigorous preparation. I
Okay.
was, cut off from the world, even from my friends and everyone. All the
For how many months?
so not even months. I was cut off for 2.5 years or 3 years
Okay,
almost.
for two and
So
a half years.
yes,
Okay, that's great. Okay, that's really rigorous.
yes,
Okay, and okay. So, and in the last, I would ask you to give any message you want to give to the to your fellow aspirants. Now you're not the aspirant. Now you are the successful candidate. But the to the aspirants who are right now preparing for the examination, competitive examination, what message would you
yes.
like to give?
Sir, I would definitely say the field that you have chosen, like regulatory bodies examination, it's very difficult, and we have seen many failures. Even some of my friends who had given 4 interviews and have not cracked the examination. So don't be disheartened. Everyone is equally good, and you will have your opportunity. Just stay on the field and believe in yourself. It will be very difficult and it will be very challenging. Everyone will be doubting you. Your friends will be, going places and they would be having promotions. But you have chosen this field because you are interested, so stick to it.
Yeah, and this is what acted as the motivational factor for you as well. You have told me this thing
Definitely,
ki
definitely, sir.
can you just please tell me once again ki what was your motivational factor throughout this journey so that aspirants could know what was the challenges you faced while preparing?
So it was very difficult, sir, for while preparing for SEBI because I was the last one left out, and some of my friends were going for MBA or post graduations. Even some of them are in foreign and in private jobs. Even they are at good places. So it's very challenging, and you need to just focus on yourself during this
Okay.
whole preparation journey. I had to, I used to talk to my family, and I just knew that I could do something well because I have done well. So I just had confidence in myself, and this is just what kept me going every day.
Yes, and you have done a great job. You have
Thank you,
qualified
sir.
for I would say the one of the prestigious job in the country itself, SEBI, and as well as you have qualified for the UPSC, EPFO as well. So that's
Yes.
really great. Okay.
Thank you so much,
सो
sir.
आई होप कि जितने भी एस्पिरेंट्स आपको देख रहे हैं, आपको सुन रहे हैं, उनने बहुत कुछ सीखा होगा आपसे और सारी स्ट्रैटेजीज आपसे सीखी हैं और उसको वो इम्प्लीमेंट भी करेंगे जिससे कि नेक्स्ट एग्जाम जो भी आए उसमें वो सक्सेस जो है पा सकें. And
Definitely, sir.
it was really great talking to you, Swagat. I was really
Yes, sir.
happy about your success because you have told me in the get to know session as well ki, what was your journey and how did you prepare that. And so I really like this type of attitude. You were always smiling throughout the interview. That's really great. Okay.
Thank you,
And
sir.
chalo, फिर we are signing off.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay.
It was a
Thank you
great
so
experience,
much.
sir. Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you so much, Swagat. Okay.